The city's budgets have been laid out, and now it's up to the Board of Finance and Board of Representatives to say what does or doesn't get cut. 18 residents spoke at a public hearing for the mayor's proposed $530 million budget Tuesday night, and there were some common themes to their concerns. Approving funding to make the city more accessible for people with disabilities was one of them.
The Americans with Disabilities Act, the funding for that, which I think was a $45,000 request that's in the budget. We heard from a number of folks about that. That is something new, and I think everyone was listening very closely for that.
One of my key roles in life is being a father to my daughter Jacqueline, who has been affected with quadriplegic cerebral palsy from birth and uses a wheelchair. It is difficult enough to handle her needs on a daily basis without having to deal with the myriad of issues that we have confronted in our city over the 18 years of her life. Things like having to lift her chair over a step to get into a restaurant, or going to a store without any or proper accessible parking.
And as a wheelchair user, my inability to sit under a table at a restaurant or a conference table at a public meeting, my frustration in learning from the moderator at a polling place that the computer-based voting machine is inoperable, or attending public events where those using wheelchairs are seated in areas not visible open to the stage or dais once people stand from their seats.
2 years ago, I fell and needed surgery for an injury sustained on a sidewalk that was improperly laid for my benefit. It was a crosswalk for the disabled, and they put the sidewalk in wrong. And it took me to fall, and for someone to come out 3 days later, after 8 months of complaining, for 3 days later for the sidewalk to get ripped up and put in correctly.
Safety concerns were brought up as well. A recent stabbing on Bedford Street, resulting in the death of a 52-year-old man, had business owners asking for police foot patrols downtown.
I've seen an immediate result just since the police have been walking patrols just in the last week or so. I'm told that this type of crime prevention, foot patrol, is unavailable due to budgetary constraints, and that it's simply not in the budget, which is why I'm standing in front of all of you this evening.
Nearly half of those who spoke at Tuesday's hearing were in favor of the $258 million Board of Education budget, citing overcrowding, poor building quality, and a lack of resources for students as major issues.
We have buildings that are falling down around our kids every day because we have not kept up with repairs. We just keep underfunding the improvements needed, and now some schools have bricks falling off the facade and other major problems.
If you pay close attention, you might even notice that our social workers are drowning trying to help all the students in need, and that staff and parents are trying to find ways to raise money for cultural enrichment activities that won't be available otherwise.
The system we currently have set in the schools is more reactive than it is proactive. While it is a regret I've never met with a guidance counselor, I understand, and that's because our resources are stretched far too thin. Our guidance counselors, social workers, and psychiatrists are all overworked. Their main focus is to help kids who are in constant trouble and get referred to them. However, the kids who aren't in constant trouble, who simply need guidance, who simply need to know that they are not alone, that people care, can't meet with them.
While the city's boards can only cut the budget, they have a lot to think about. To find out how to watch a recording of Tuesday's hearing or submit written testimony, visit itsrelevant.com.